Well, this morning I am honestly spending maybe a little too much time looking at the computer, looking at the radars, and just kind of keeping a close eye on what Hurricane Milton is doing. I'm 5,000 miles away. I can't do anything about it, but I do have family members that are in South Carolina and Florida. So I'm keeping a close eye on the way that it's making its exit today, and it's kind of running up the coastline. So anyways, that's what I've been spending most of my morning doing. I have heard from everybody, and everybody is safe and fine. The majority of Hurricane Milton was yesterday and into last night. But with these storms nowadays, you kind of never know what's going to happen. So been kind of keeping an eye on things just so that I feel better myself. That's really the only thing that accomplishes. Literally nothing else. But I think that it is high time that I get up away from this computer and start to do something a little more productive. If you or your loved ones are in that area or impacted whatsoever, my thoughts and my prayers are with each and every one of you, and I hope that you and your family are doing okay. So, to move on from all of the gloomy thoughts that I've been having today, I am scheduling out all of the YouTube things. I've been trying to be better about using my calendar, which has been working for the most part. I've actually been writing in it, which is pretty good. Whether or not I go back to it and look at it later, that's another story. So what I've been trying to do to be a more productive content creator is to map out the videos, shorts, social media posts, anything like that that I want to get out there into the world, and then kind of backtracking on what I need to create in order to make that happen. And as of right now, I'm kind of just taking it week by week. I don't really schedule out beyond that just because I know how crazy things get. I know that things pop up randomly. Opportunities for good video pop up whenever for various reasons. So in that end, I just like to have the opportunity to change my mind. That's probably what it comes down to most often. But I have been trying to be better about at least getting somewhat of a schedule for myself because I personally do better with structure. If I'm just left with no guidelines whatsoever, I don't tend to do very well. So I have to create the structure and the guidelines for myself. And then it works out pretty well. Maybe it's a personality thing. Maybe it's a Libra thing. I don't know. But I do know that it works best for me, personally. So that's a little bit of what I'm trying to work on now is what am I going to accomplish next week. It's going to be a brand new week and there's all kinds of ideas. One of the things that I like to do to get inspiration is to pull out my canning and cookbooks. This is my collection of cookbooks and fermenting books, mostly canning books. It's a small collection, I know, but it's okay. And then I also keep this binder full of all my favorite recipes, mostly canning and baking recipes. No, that's not true. It's mostly baking recipes that I keep in here. So that isn't, wow, that's bright. So that is an excellent way to get inspiration if you're wanting to start something creative. Grab one of those books, see what tickles your fancy. I was just outside hanging out in the garden and I noticed that one of my basil branches is fallen down completely. Let me show you. So now that that has fallen down, it gives me a real reason to actually dehydrate it the way that I've been planning to, intending to. So that is pretty exciting. But before we do that, we have to take the noodles that are in the dehydrator out, wash our trays, get ready, and put the basil in there. Sounds like a good mid-afternoon project to me. I've never dried basil myself before. I'm full of new experiences nowadays. So I did a little bit of Googling before I got started so that I would know at least, the parameters. It seems so straightforward, so like cut and dry, put it on the tray, put it in the dehydrator, bam. But I had questions, okay? I had questions. First of all, do you need to take off all the little stems and just be left with the leaf? Answer's no. You don't have to be super careful. I'm getting my information from the Purposeful Pantry. Darcy has never steered me wrong, so I'm trusting her. For sure. Another answer to another question that she provided for me was that basil takes longer to dehydrate than some other herbs. And the reason she was saying is because basil is oily, and with oily herbs they take a lot longer than with more like dry herbs and stuff. She said like dill is really fast. Basil takes a lot longer. And what I mean by a lot longer is this could take 48 hours. Dill or something else might only take 4 to 6 hours. I don't think that with this type of basil I have so much of issues of having like clumps, where the new growth comes in and they're still all kind of clumped together. I don't think I really have that problem here. First off, this plant is like old. It's been there for a really long time. Also, I live in Hawaii, so it's not like... Also, I live in Hawaii, so I don't have seasons where, the whole plant is coming to fruit all at, one time after being asleep, or, just a fresh plant. I just always have basil. Unless I do something really stupid and kill the plant, which has happened before. I haven't done a whole lot of dehydrating yet, but it is definitely something that I'm interested in for storage space. It is more difficult to find ways to store it here in this humid environment for sure, but it's not impossible. I'm just trying to spread them out pretty well. I have plenty trays, so I don't need to be too concerned about them fitting. Another reason why I'm trying to get into dehydrating a little bit more than I have. Because what I've done before, I've done turmeric. I've done massive amounts of turmeric just a couple of times. Is because I got a new contraption that makes powders into pills. I'm not making basil pills, but I could if I wanted to. I'm very excited about it. So I had just ordered it not long ago, and I have used it one time. I have a video coming out soon about that and about the process of making powder, basically. That's with beef liver. But I realized I could also make like turmeric powder pills. I could make ginger pills, like all kinds of things. I'm pretty excited. So stay tuned. I am gonna have a video coming out about how to dehydrate and powder cow liver. Doesn't that sound exciting? It's exciting to me. But for real, I'm very excited. And I'm hoping to get you excited too, because it's gonna be really good for your health. It's gonna be really good for your immune system. Just all kinds of good things coming out of it, all kinds. From that branch, we ended up with about 4 full trays. I spread them out here, not just piling them all in one section, just spread out real nice so it has a better chance of dehydrating properly. Important thing to note, in Darcy's blog from the Purposeful Pantry, she said to dehydrate it at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't have 95 degrees. 105 is the lowest that mine will go. But on the top here, I do have a guide right here that shows how long, or not how long, of course not, how the temperature, but I do have a guide right here that shows the temperature that you should be using. It's like a quick reference, and it says herbs 105, so I've got it set to 105. We've got that all squared away. I'm super stoked. Now it's time to go feed the chickens. And my new package for my new delivery of Grub Terra chicken treats came in, so I'm gonna grab those out of the truck and head up and give them some goodies. They're gonna love them. I'm excited to have these treats back again because I was out for a couple weeks and my chickens let me know about it. These are black soldier larvae. They're basically dried bugs. Grubs are not for human consumption. I wouldn't want to eat them, but my chickens, they sure do. These are the 1 pound bags. You can get these individually. You can get them in different size packages, and it smells great. You can get them in different size packages, and also you can get them on subscription. Not prescription, subscription. This girl was here yesterday over there. I think she has an injured leg. I need to check on her. She was acting kind of funny yesterday too. My battery died. I want to tell you guys that my new nesting boxes, they're working pretty good. Focus. Anywho, my battery died. There's no obvious breaks or obvious wounds or anything on that black chicken, so I think I'm just gonna let her chill, let her hang out. I'm not gonna make any rash decisions. And don't forget to check the link down below for those Grub Terra chicken treats. Your chickens are gonna love them. Oh, and they're also really good for lizards, other reptiles, other animals, other critters. Really, really love them as well. So check it out. The link's down below. The link's down below. But also hit that subscribe button. If you want to, you can give this video a thumbs up. But most importantly, if you want a discount on your Grub Terra chicken treats, make sure you check out the link down below and use discount code Hamakua Homestead. And that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Hamakua Homestead. I'll see you again soon.